if I told you that while Rome was still just a dream in the minds of a few small city-states, a powerful civilization was already thriving in the highlands of East Africa, a land of towering mountains, endless plateaus, and rivers that cradled kings and empires for thousands of years. Yet so few of us have heard its story. Could it be that Ethiopia, with a history stretching back over 3,000 years, quietly shaped the ancient world while Europe slept? Imagine cities bustling with traders long before Rome minted its first coin. Kingdoms governed by laws and traditions older than most textbooks admit, and faiths that held entire populations together through centuries of change and invasion. How could such an empire survive and yet slip almost entirely from collective memory? What secrets did its kings guard? And what stories did the land itself whisper through centuries of resilience? As we begin this journey, get ready to question everything you thought you knew about the dawn of civilization. Entendez, could an empire really exist for millennia and yet remain hidden in plain sight? Long before Rome's legions marched across Europe, Ethiopia's ancient kingdoms were already achieving remarkable feats that still baffle historians today. Picture cities carved into mountainsides, bustling markets trading gold, ivory, and exotic spices, and intricate irrigation systems that kept thriving populations alive in harsh landscapes. Writing and record-keeping existed here, while much of the Western world remained illiterate. This hints at a civilization deeply aware of its own legacy. But how did the Ethiopians thrive in isolation and yet stay connected to the wider ancient world, trading with Egypt, Arabia, and beyond? Could they have been the silent architects of innovations we now credit to other empires? And why, despite such sophistication, have so many of their achievements been overlooked or forgotten? Every stone, every artifact seems to whisper stories of ingenuity and resilience, inviting us to piece together a past that is far richer and far more mysterious than most history books would have us believe. At the heart of Ethiopia's enduring empire was a faith so powerful, it became inseparable from its identity, shaping politics, culture, and even the survival of entire kingdoms. Imagine a civilization where religion was not only a spiritual guide, but also a shield against conquest, a kodoeflo, and a unifying force for people scattered across rugged mountains and vast plateaus. How did faith help Ethiopia withstand invasions that toppled other empires, while inspiring monumental churches, carved from solid rock and texts, preserved for centuries? And yet, this devotion also made Ethiopia a target, attracting empires and invaders who feared what such unwavering belief could achieve. Could a single idea of faith truly preserve a civilization for thousands of years? Or was it the people's courage and ingenuity that ensured survival? Ethiopia's story is also one of relentless survival. Imagine invading armies expecting easy victories, only to meet mountains, fortified cities, and people determined to defend their homeland at any cost. How did Ethiopia preserve its sovereignty when neighboring lands were swallowed by empires. And even Rome itself eventually crumbled. Geography, strategy, courage, and resilience, these combined to shield a civilization against history's relentless sweep. And what does it mean for an empire to survive not just decades, but millennia whelmed by war, famine, and conquest? Yet, despite all this, Ethiopia's story has largely been ignored or simplified. In the history we are taught, how could such a monumental civilization fade from common memory? Was it bias, the dominance of European narratives, or the sheer isolation of the highlands? Perhaps all of these and more. And still, traces remain: ancient inscriptions, towering churches, and oral traditions that speak of kings and empires long overlooked. What does it say about history when entire civilizations almost vanish from textbooks and museums? Could Ethiopia's story be a warning that even the most enduring empires are vulnerable to forgetting? As we reflect on Ethiopia's 3,000-year journey, one truth becomes clear: resilience, faith, and ingenuity can preserve a civilization against the sweep of time, war, and external pressure. What lessons can we take from a land that survived invasions, cultural erasure, and centuries of isolation, yet stayed true to its identity? Perhaps it is a reminder that history is not only written by the victors, but also shaped by those who endure quietly, preserving knowledge, culture, and memory against overwhelming odds. Could Ethiopia's past still speak to us today, urging us to question what we accept as history and to search for stories that have been hidden, forgotten, or ignored? And as we wonder about countless other civilizations that may have silently shaped the world, one question lingers: how much of the human story is still waiting to be rediscovered, patiently preserved in the shadows of time?